Dave Campbell's Texas Football and the Texas Bowl are proud to present the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week to the most deserving high schooler in the state of Texas. Every Monday at noon, 12:43 in this instance, TexasFootball.com announces 10 candidates for that week's award based on the previous week's on-field performance. They will even leave it up to you at TexasFootball.com. Voting is open now on TexasFootball.com if you want to vote for who you think should be the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week winner. We close the voting Friday at noon. Announce the winner shortly thereafter. Your Week 5 Dave Campbell's Texas Football, Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week nominees. Cedar Park Vista Ridge quarterback Kyle Brown threw for 413 yards and 6 touchdowns through the air, ran for another 30 yards and a score in Vista Ridge's big win. Denton Ryan, wide receiver and defensive end Jatavion Sanders went nuts. 7 catches, 122 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving, a 69-yard one-handed interception return for a touchdown. He also had 6 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Windthorst running back and linebacker Ethan Belcher carried the ball 32 times for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns. He caught 7 passes for 56 yards and a score. He also had 11 tackles and 4 tackles for loss for
Great
Ethan
last
Belcher.
name.
Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial quarterback Carter Senterfitt, 232 yards and 2 touchdowns passing, another 102 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Cool 230, 100 game for Carter Senterfitt. Tyler Legacy running back Jamarion Miller carried the ball 16 times for 347 yards and 4 touchdowns. Lubbock Coronado quarterback Sawyer Robertson is up for Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week after throwing for 405 yards and 4 touchdowns and running for another 29 yards and a score. Newton running back D'Anthony Gatson carried the ball 19 times for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Eagles. Also up for Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week, Cleburne athlete Cleo Chandler. He ran the ball 153 times, he ran the ball for 153 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also caught 13 passes for 135 yards and a touchdown.
I was genuinely concerned if he carried the ball 153 times.
Well, listen, he did have how many times do you see a guy with 150 yards receiving and 150 yards rushing and 130 yards receiving? Crazy. Cleo Chandler of Cleburne. LaPryor wide receiver and defensive back Juan Valdez caught 9 passes for 182 yards and 5 touchdowns and added an interception just for funsies. And finally, Gladerwater wide receiver DJ Allen caught 10 passes for 283 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Bears. So those are your Week 5 Dave Campbell's Texas Football, Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week nominees. Kyle Brown of Cedar Park Vista Ridge, Jatavion Sanders of Denton Ryan, Ethan Belcher of Windthorst, Carter Senterfitt of Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, Jamarion Miller, Tyler Legacy, Sawyer Robertson, Lubbock Coronado, D'Anthony Gatson of Newton, Cleo Chandler of Cleburne, Juan Valdez of LaPryor, and DJ Allen of Gladewater. Vote early, vote often, vote now. TexasFootball.com.